Well, that's not gonna work. I planned this whole video out to film in front of my tank because it's about my tank, so it would make sense if I was with the tank I'm talking about, right? I don't like doing those videos where I have to just do like a voiceover or like a montage with everything. I would prefer to be in the shot that I'm talking about, pointing at what I'm talking about, demonstrating things instead of just being an ominous voice over footage. But I am positive the camera's picking that up. And I do not know enough about audio engineering to silence the cricket in editing. So I guess we're moving to my room for now. Whatever. Okay. In case you're wondering, why not just get the cricket? Why not just feed it to an animal and make it quiet? And by make it quiet, I mean, you know, no longer living. Well, I would love to. This cricket has been tormenting me for like 4 days now. I would love nothing more than to let it provide sustenance to my animals. But the problem is this. The cricket's there. Under the stove. I cannot reach it. I can't reach it. So I must live with the cricket. By the way, crickets take forever to die, apparently. I'm not the biggest cricket expert. I just buy them and feed them to my animals, but they don't die. This dude has been here for so many days now, and he's still just chirping away. He doesn't care. He doesn't have food. He doesn't have water. Why is he not dying? Can you still hear the cricket? I mean, I won't know until I go to edit this, so. There's one in the pantry too. I'm hoping the wall in the hallway really does its job in being a wall, a barrier, a sound barrier. I just hope you don't hear the cricket. I'm not gonna be in this room too long because most of the video is about my tank, like I said, and I wish I was in front of the tank, like I said, but no, I'm in front of my messy bed because I didn't plan on filming in here. This room isn't presentable right now, but oh well. It's 4:30 in the morning, by the way, so I really thought this was gonna just be a clear-cut video. I wanted to get it done tonight, or this morning, and then during the day I wanted to edit said video, and then I wanted to have it done. It was gonna be simple. I was gonna clean my fish tank, film myself cleaning it, done. But no, that cricket that's been driving me nuts for days and days and days. There was another one in the hallway before that. I'm having a cricket invasion. I don't know what happened. I did not even recently get crickets. I don't know where these guys came from. They've gone rogue and they're hiding in weird little corners where I can't find them, and under stoves, and one sounded like it was in my door, but I couldn't like find it. I don't know what's happening. These crickets are driving me nuts, and now they are impeding with my work, and that is just, well, now that I cannot film out there doing all that, I guess we're doing a voiceover. I don't know what we're doing. Maybe the cricket will shut up in a little bit, and then I could just film it then. Okay, yeah, this is probably a little shocking if you have seen my videos about my aquariums before. It's probably equally shocking if you haven't, but you know the least bit about aquariums because, yeah, mine's looking rough. It's not in good shape. We're gonna get a lot more into what happened to it, where everything went, all of that, where the fish are in the next video as we start this series, because yeah, this is gonna be a series, a long series. The main goal is to bring this aquarium back to life, but since I couldn't record in front of it because that cricket refused to die, we're gonna talk more about it in the next video, and just for starters, just to get things rolling, we're gonna do the very first clean for this tank. At my worst in these last 4 years, I really lost interest in all of my passions, and because of that, I sized things down in my aquarium to the point where it would stay running, it would not completely crash on me, but it wasn't a big beautiful aquarium that required a lot of work. So it's at its personal rock bottom now, and we're gonna try to bring it back. That's the goal. Let's just start today off with doing one basic water change, and every video is gonna get a little more intricate in getting this tank back to functioning. To start out, I am testing the specific gravity of the water so I can know what the salinity is. I am using a refractometer. Basically, the way it works is I drip some water onto the little glass panel and I hold it up to the light, and it will let me know the specific gravity of the water due to the way the light bends. There's no way you could look inside this little hole, so you'll just have to trust me, but it is at 1.030, and that is high. Depending on where you are in the ocean, the specific gravity can vary from 1.024 to around 1.028 on the high end. The sweet spot for my aquarium is normally around 1.026, so we're going to work on lowering it to there. Due to that, I'm going to be using some RODI water in this tub. Yes, there's a lot of salt stuck at the bottom, but it did not seep into the water. I tested it before I put it in. There's going to be no salt in this water, and that is going to help start lowering the salinity level. Now, this tank is ridden with Aptasia, which is a pest type of anemone that you don't want, algae, some other pest like bristleworms. We're going to be taking care of all of that. To start out this clean, we're going to be using an algae scraper and an algae scrubber to clean off the glass because the glass is looking gnarly. My female clownfish that I've had for so long now is very interested in what I do every time I'm in the tank, so she's going to be following me around. Now, this side of my tank is actually covered in coralline algae, which is not harmful for the tank whatsoever. A lot of people let their back wall get completely covered in it. I didn't mean for it to grow on this side of the wall, but for now we're just going to scrape off the layer of algae on top of it, and we're going to leave it there, but I think I'm going to get rid of it soon. Now my light very nicely dies on me, so we will not have that light for the rest of the video, but we're going to just keep cleaning. I don't have time to charge it. I'm getting this done. Now, my tank does have a type of green hair algae. It might be Bryopsis. It's really tempting to just rip it off, but if you do that, its little hair and the little seeds will like fly all over and grow all over the tank. You'll just create a bigger problem for yourself. So I have to resist the urge to rip it all off. Now, going down to my sump here, if you know what a sump is probably really scary. If you don't know what it is, it's probably still scary down here. Look at all these wires. They terrify me. This sump gives me nightmares. In this series, we're going to be mounting all of it and setting up a quarantine tank. Please pardon the light show that happens right now. For some reason, my brain just broke and I forgot which of the plugs were for my lights, but I unplugged everything so I can start draining the water. So that's what we're gonna do next with a siphon. Also, I know there's better ways to create a suction in the siphon than just inhaling, but I that's how I always start it. Just leave me be, okay? It never gets in my mouth, except I will be eating my words in a few seconds, or I guess drinking my words in a few seconds, but it normally never gets in my mouth. That's normally just how I start my siphon, okay? But speaking of the water getting in my mouth, when I was trying to show you a shot of what the dirty water looks like when you siphon the tank properly by actually going through the sand, I noticed that it was coming out really slowly. So I stopped the siphon and I started looking into the tube to see if there was something stuck there. I thought it was smart to put my eye right up against the little hole. It decided to suddenly send out a bunch of water into my face.
You're looking at me like something happened.
The tube shot into my face and I'm dripping with water all over my face. That's one way to do that. Now, there was like a little broken shell in the siphon, so I started using any object I could find to try to get it out because any method I tried would not make it come out. Hey, I get there eventually, and now we're gonna keep getting the dirty water out of the tank. Now, after some finishing touches, it's time to put the clean water into the tank. In following videos, we'll get into what kind of supplements and stuff I add to the water before putting it in the tank, but for now, we're just putting the clean water back in. I broke my return pump, which normally shoots the water back into the tank for me, so for today, we are scooping, or dumping once the trash can was light enough. After that is just one final sweep of making sure everything's clean and turning the pumps back on. And then I stupidly decide to feed my fish after the clean instead of beforehand, but It's fine. I forgot to feed them beforehand. It's way smarter to feed them before you clean the tank instead of putting waste in after you clean the tank, but whatever. Now back into the scary sump, where we will swap everything with some clean filtration media and clean out the protein skimmer. If you don't know what a protein skimmer is, we'll talk about it in another video. Just imagine for now any of the waste that gets through the filtration media gets picked up by the protein skimmer and gets turned into this pure mush. It's great. It smells very bad. Some concentrated fish poop. This is the results of the first clean. I mean, there isn't much to say. The glass is clean, the sand has been siphoned through. That's really all I can do for now. We have a lot to do in these following videos. It's gonna be a long series because we have pests to take care of. We need to add more sand, we need to get a bigger cleanup crew, and then we can start introducing new corals and fish. I really want to see this project turn out great. I miss my aquarium so much. I am so fascinated by aquariums in general. I love the scientific side of it, learning how to create this ecosystem, and then I love seeing it come to life and flourish and seeing all of these cool creatures interact and cohabitate. So we're going to be working on getting this tank back to what it once was. We're going to talk more about how it got here. We're going to talk about all of that in these next videos in the series, but for now, I just wanted to introduce this concept, do a basic clean to introduce my tank again, and now we'll just start diving into it more in these next videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope this series can turn out pretty cool and we can turn this tank into something beautiful again. All right, see you guys next time. This dude